If I were to text this, I would most likely type this as WTF, which for all intents and purposes tonight stands for Wallahi Too Funny, okay? Halal comedy, that's what you're gonna get. And I'm just kidding, relax, I'm not saying that, you know? Beautiful fundraiser, you guys notice the new paint, right? It doesn't smell, it smells fresh, everything is good, right? A lot of people, now I'd like to make this point very clear, when they have fundraisers, whether it's at a masjid, whether it's any other place, usually people will often say, well, how do we know if the funds are really being allocated in the proper place, right? How do you know that, okay? Now, in case of Masjid Ali, I come here all the time, I can honestly say to you, I have never worried in my life. And I'm going to give you my reasons today, listen very carefully. Things that I'm going to say tonight, I've been needing to say for a very long time, but this is something that I truly believe in. Here's why I don't worry. I know that the funds are going in their proper place. Okay? Listen very carefully. Masjid Ali, unlike other places, has one thing that many others do not have as a masjid. I'm going to say it here tonight, okay? And the one thing that Masjid Ali should be absolutely proud of, I'm sorry, forgive me, aside from the many other things that Masjid Ali has done and all the other services, thanks to our volunteers and our illustrious board members, you have to say that, otherwise you get in trouble sometimes, okay? The one thing that Masjid Ali has is the best bathrooms and restrooms for their Come on, you know it, baby, I'm not lying, I'm not lying!
Best what?
You're clapping because you know it's true. New York, New Jersey, I've been you guys, oh, Zaki, come on, brother. You know what I'm talking about. Ask him, come on, ask him, honey. You know what I'm talking about. We know the deal, okay? Has very good bathrooms. You guys also know that right next to the Lorta, we have that thing, you can put that, right? Get that little water over there. Convenience, folks. That's how you know Masjid is taking care of you, okay? Very simply put. Now, I'm going to be very honest. It's winter. It is winter now. It's getting cold. The day I walk into this masjid, I go in that bathroom and I see a hot water knob right on that next to cold one. We are good, folks. We are going to be fantastic. I have nothing to worry about, you know? Alhamdulillah, I have been married for 9 years, 2 months, and 24 days. But who's counting, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. I do that because I want to savor every moment with my wife. Watch when I go home, my wife's going to say, why were you lying to everybody? Come on, you know? I've been married for 9 years now, and I can honestly say, in the 9 years that I have been married, I can say that I am a damn good husband. Okay? That's right, Asad Sadiq Uncle, Beshak. I cook for my wife when needed, I clean for my wife. I do the dishes, right? And these are things, I don't know, these are things that, you know, the husband should be doing some, you know, every once in a while, you know? Yeah, they should do it. You guys see the girls like, you know? Now, in 9 years that I have been married, I can say one thing, you have arguments back and forth. These things happen sometimes, right? But lately, it's been getting a little bit weird for me, okay? Now, my wife, yes, she can get mad at me sometimes. What is happening now, for some reason, is my wife is getting angry at me for things that I do in her dreams, okay? I woke up the other night, she's all upset. I said, Rudy, what's going on? She says, I just had a bad dream. What was the dream? And she says to me, get this. There was an earthquake in Somerset County, and you took the kids, and you saved them, and you left me inside. And I said, well, it was just a dream. But what she said next completely blew my mind away. She says, you know what, Salman, you are a good for nothing, but thank God for that flying unicorn that came and put me on its back and flew me away to safety. You know? Alhamdulillah, Maulana Dr. Kazmini is here tonight. And I said, give him a round of applause. You won't go to hell. You can clap, folks. Allah will not burn you. No problem, clapping. Many people do not know this.
I was just waiting for that moment.
Maulana had recited our nikah. I got married in ICOC. It is a lovely, lovely center. If you haven't gone, please do. Tell them Salman sent you. It's a very nice place. Sadiq uncle, you were there, I remember, right? Zaki, you were there. Wild times, bro. Crazy, right? Now, usually, after the nikah is recited, right? Any Maulana, what they usually do is they talk for a few minutes about the beauty of marriage, right? About this life, about the hereafter, about all these things that are to make you, a one united, coherent unit, right? Now, this probably is not the best time to say this. I will say it, I will ask. Maybe I'll just say it. But in that speech, Maulana said something, and it stuck with me for 9 years. And he said, Inshallah, in the afterlife, the rules will be your spouse. Now, had a little bit of a problem with this. If, alhamdulillah, if Allah does grant me to go up into the higher floors and not so much in the basement, I had plans, but whatever, it is what it is, I see some of the uncles right now. I can't think of what's going on. But alhamdulillah, it was a very, very good ceremony. I remember before I got married, I think the year before, I must have, in the course of 7 months, I met 12 girls and I got rejected by 13. Because one of them, I swear to God, she came up to me and she said, don't you even think about talking to me. And I was like, okay, fine, no problem. That's okay, I won't do that. A lot of bad things are happening right now in the world. We know that.
Video banao?
People ask me, they say, hey, are you going to talk about any jokes about I will not do such a thing, because in all fairness, that is a very, very serious matter. Most people, some people, I have not developed, I guess, the comfort of that, with that yet. However, I will say this though, okay? Over the course of the last few days and everything that is going on in the news, let me tell you, if anybody here right now is looking to move, okay, if you want to move, I recommend that maybe, if you don't agree with this, maybe you would like to hire an Israeli moving company, okay? Yes, Israeli. Here's why, okay? I know people are like, oh my God, this guy wrote another Desi Zionist. Check me out here, okay? Here's the thing. Israelis, for some reason, they have a very good experience of picking up all their stuff and then quickly moving it into another home very quickly. So I'm just, just saying if you want to, okay, and I'm going to take that joke out next time, that's for damn sure. But yeah, these are very, very crazy times that are going on right now. Palestinian protests are going on. Now, I will say this, that in these protests, I have come to realize that just like any other place, whether you go to the grocery store, whether you go to the mall, whether you're going to the park, wherever you're going, even to the masjid, you have the potential. If you are single, you may find your significant potential spouse in the future. It can happen. If you're fighting for a cause, you happen to see somebody, great, fine. Alhamdulillah, if it works out, no big problem. Here's what I figured out, folks, that at these protests, and remember, some of these brothers, they're actually quite fantastic. They get really creative with their lines. I remember one brother said, he said, sister, you don't need a checkpoint to get to my heart. I said, wow, okay, that's pretty cool, And then another one said, listen, when you're not with me, my heart is divided like by Gaza and West Bank. And I said, man, these guys are going crazy. But this one sister, and I tell you, sisters, God, man, you can't mess with the hijabi Muslim sister because they're very quick. They're very, very witty. And I remember she said it so clearly, she said, well, my claim to you is like